All right, everybody. Coming back to you again. Yes, we have the best episodes in the world, in the whole world, right here at our studio. We got one of the best guests in the whole world. Tonight is our call in and ask questions to Uncle Pat. Pat Lewing is a hog dog, deer dog, squirrel dog, coon dog, possum dog, armadillo dog, deer dog, and gator dog. What else does it? Any kind of fucking dog is what he is a connoisseur of. Any kind of dog in the world is what Uncle Pat's going to do. It's a meat dog. So if you're listening to this one and you didn't get to call in and ask a question, go ahead and get them lined up for the next time. Cause we want to, this is one of those things that's kind of new and we got to keep it rolling. So, we're going to roll right into that. And Uncle Pat's on the horn and he's ready. So what you been up to, Uncle Pat?
Man, man asked me one time, I said, what you hunting? I said, I don't know what they're running right now. I'll let you know in a minute. It's all about perspective. And that's what, you hunt to have a good time and just roll with it. If they're running a deer, I guess we're running deer today. I ain't gonna sit here and get mad and stomp and have an emotional reaction over something a dog does.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think too many people get tied up in that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, get a little carried away because if a young dog bumps a deer or gets on or trees a coon, hell,
just let him. It'll clean up. It'll clean itself up.
Yep.
You got to beat and whoop it. Hey, look now. Okay, now I ain't talking about no 4-year-old dog.
That's right.
But these young dogs, hell, I mean, just set them up for success and don't just drop them anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you got a dog like you said that is 4 years old and targeting game you don't want it to, maybe send it with somebody that targets that game. Apparently, that's what that dog wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, place him somewhere.
That's exactly right. So you been catching any boar hogs?
Yeah. After the Greenwood Rodeo, little Remy and TJ stayed over and we took the yard dogs out and caught one that weighed 370, had a little bit of 3-inch teeth. That's probably the biggest boar hog I ever caught in the piney woods. You can't count around them trash dumps, and I ain't down in the people that hunts and feedlots and trash dumps, but it's just a different area. It's like comparing the piney woods to the Midwest deer hunting. Mm-hmm. The pine cones, if they get 370 on pine cones, they're a pretty good hog.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
and some people ask me, and I'm glad we talked about that a while ago, said, man, you catch a lot of big boar hogs. I said, well, did you see me post a video Sunday? No. I said, because I ran shows. Just because I didn't post a video don't mean I didn't catch something.
That's right.
I just ain't on. But I knew immediately. Brad didn't talk me into nothing. We went hunting, and the dog split went 4 ways immediately. I just went on to church. My dogs will go home. If they don't, I don't have to feed them. Brad and them stayed, and they caught 3 or 4 shows. And he said, well, how'd you know that? I said, well, if you look at my Facebook when I catch these big hogs, it's no different than the deer rut, the full moon, the leading up, the waxing moon as it's growing. Yep. Now, as you get it to the waning moon, you'll probably catch more hogs, but there'll be sows, piggy sows, bar hogs, and like that. Yep. People don't understand it's a cycle. Like I probably won't hunt again for 10 or 12 days now.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, when Saturday we
that's to catch the big hogs. That's to catch the bigger hogs.
Yeah, it's no different. The hogs rut just like the deer, but it's every month. It's every 12 months a year. I think sows come in every other month, unless they're lactating. Yep. I mean, Nate is the applied scientist of the bunch. He can look it up to get you something back. But if y'all will look, them old big boar hogs, they don't move around. unless they got no reason to move around unless it's ladies' night.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you look back like, oh man, you must have good dogs. No, not really. I'm running a lab cross-looking thing I found on the side of the road, and I got another little dog that I don't even know what in the hell it could be. And I got 2 yellow dogs. So right there, I'm in a bind. That's like Jake said the other day, hunting got some easy for me. I'm running yellow dogs again.
Yeah.
He's trying to poke fun and get them buttermilk boys stirred up. But
that's right.
Actually, they pretty good dogs. I mean, they don't got a lot of cast to them, but I don't want them to have cast. It's just, but I don't collar up. I think 2 or 3 of them don't even have a dog collar on. Yeah. I don't want nobody to know I own some shit like that. but I just know by the moon phase when to go. And I also watch the rain. I've talked about that on here before.
Yeah, about getting to the high ground.
The rain and the way the floods. And yeah, I want to go hunt.
That's right. And
but I'm not.
And that's what I just thought it was kind of funny that, we were talking about it right before we got started here. And I literally have been doing the same thing. And I've kept up with all my game camera pictures in one area for a certain amount of time. And I've done it at the same time each month. I've had it where I've had feed out. I've had it where there wasn't any feed. I've had it where the hogs would come in and eat all the feed up and then just leave and not come back. And I couldn't figure out. I was like, well, why are they not? What are they doing? And so I started paying attention to that moon phase. And the past few months, I've really pressed on it. And what you're saying is the exact conclusion I've come to. And I mean, like, it's crazy because yesterday I was telling Rodney, he was talking about putting a feeder up. I was like, we don't need to. I said, they'll be there today. I said, but it's going to be a bunch of sows and shoats. I said, them boar hogs, I said, we need about 10 more days and we can get on them. I said, now they might start coming through. Them younger ones will, that's out roaming. I said, but the old big boys, I said, they're about 10 more days. I said, they'll start moving good. And and that's exactly the same thing you told me.
Yeah, like when deer season opens, it's still hot. Just depends on when the full moon is, though. If it's early in the month, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and hunt around Halloween. If the full moon is early but if it's late in November, I won't even I'll throw the gun in the truck, like when I'm checking cows or what, and I might sit up there and watch a field in the evening time and just, mess around. But I'm not going to get out there. I'm not going to go where he lives.
You're not on the hunt.
And he's at his most vulnerable. I'm not going to go where he lives until he's his most vulnerable.
That's right.
And the same way with these big boar hogs. They didn't get big. Where I live at, everybody got a cur dog. Where I live at, everybody got a hog dog.
Yeah.
I mean, East Texas. I mean, you come to East Texas, I ain't saying East Texas dog is better than Alabama or Georgia dog, blah, 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 blah. It's just everybody got one.
Yeah.
Or 10. 1 or 10 or 20.
Yeah, I was going to say probably 20.
Yeah. And these boys ain't got nothing to do but drink cold beer and hunt hogs. There's nothing to do over in East Texas. So you understand the pressure. So I combine the moon phase and I try to add as least. That's why I run these sorry dogs that don't roll out. I got one of these yellow cur dogs rolling out good, and people would be happy about that. I'm not.
Yeah. Well, you just.
I want to get my. I don't want him to run my sows and shoats off after I kill this big male.
Yeah, I got you. That's why I said you just send them to me. If they start rolling out too far, you just holler at me.
Actually, it's you remember the day we all got the dogs, right?
Yeah.
It's a mate of yours.
Same.
Charles Kelp. Yeah, Charles Kelp got this one, the champ himself.
That's right, the champ.
And he had a little lookout in the pen, and I took him. So, boy, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you another story. Today, they ran a deer, and the July crosses wouldn't track. I was like, Well, I should be mad, but this is just when you think you got these some bitches figured out, you're completely wrong.
Yep.
Yes.
The cur dog shouldn't be running. These July 20, the ones running loose on the yard, the two of them, they 25%. And it's just a dog from y'all's kind of y'all's country. Or in between us, so Big Thunderbred, Moonlight Barnes, and the rest is Hale's Walker dog. They should have been the ones running the damn deer.
Yeah.
But they just wouldn't. It was the two cur dogs, and
It was the two cur dogs. Well, you done corrupted them cur dogs. That's all it is. You done corrupted them cur dogs, and them Walker dogs and them Julys. They sitting back. They're like, look at them damn cur dogs trying to take my job.
Trying to act.
So my hypothesis is, from my perspective, or just you guys out there, start keeping a record when you're catching your big boar hogs. Okay. And what this will do is, I know I don't want to sound like I know it all, but just try it and see what you, because here's the thing. You hunt your way, I hunt my way. Rodney Bell hunts his way, usually in heat. I don't talk about that right now. But,
yeah, that's right.
Well, you can't be your right. But like the Georgia guys, y'all hunt a certain way, and we all hunt different, and that's what makes us great. Because I'm watching every move y'all make. Y'all think old Pat's over there clowning, grab assing? Yeah. But I got my eyes on y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick up stuff. Hey, you'll see me. I'm a copycat bastard. You don't think, if you do something and you're successful about 3 times in a row, don't get mad at me. Because I'm going to absorb it. I'm going to absorb it, and I'm going to use it. I ain't too good to learn, I ain't no better. But y'all just keep up with it. And I guarantee you, in time, you'll be more successful, because that's part of setting them up for success.
I like I said, I agree 100% on that, buddy. I told a guy, and he does a lot of thermal stuff, but he is also disabled. Like, I mean, he gets out and really tries, and he's putting himself out there a lot. He's physically handicapped, but he still gets out and tries. He does what he can do. And
I understand.
so, and he was talking about it. He said, man, Joey, he said, it's been almost 2 weeks and I ain't hardly seen nothing. And I told him, he was like, are y'all not hunting? I was like, nope. I said, I ain't going to start till this coming week. He was like, really? I said, yeah. I said, well, I've only been going at certain times during the month to catch bigger hogs. And he was like, is there a pattern to them? I was like, well, yeah, seems like it is. I said, just do your homework. I told him, I said, you got these game cameras and they have all these settings on them, and you can go in there and it will recognize that same hog or deer or whatever that's coming in, and you can put it on your hit list as a target. And when it comes in, every time it comes in, it'll keep a record of the time, barometric pressure, your wind, your temperature, and your moon phase. So it's doing all the damn homework and cataloging it for you.
Y'all wondered how Randy Jarrell comes straight out of the bay pen, straight to catching big hogs.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I know, Randy. That damn camera you're talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
He got a notification.
Randy actually did. He can lie to me, and I know he lying. But he ain't lying about this. He actually did this.
Yeah, he did.
And he didn't even stick nothing in his eye.
Yeah.
Or kill Jake's puppy or nothing like that. But that camera, man, I don't use them.
Yeah.
I'm not above it, but it's only because I've been keeping a record of all this since 1986.
Yeah.
If I hadn't done that, I can promise y'all I would have a dozen of them some bitches.
When I got them, the whole reason I got them was to do exactly that. I said, when that son bitch goes off, I'm going to go running. And guess how many I've done like that? Not a damn one. Because I couldn't bring myself to do it. I kept looking. I was like, I'm cheating my dogs. My dogs ain't even got a hunt. I pull up there, the damn hog's there. I know he's there. So what's the fun in that? So what I started doing, like I said, I used it to just keep up with my herd. because I don't know how many people actually manage their hogs. You know, especially where we live at. Well, that's one thing to say. I don't think nobody manages them. You know, and there's a science to it, I'm sure. But
that's exactly what we're talking about. Is the science?
What'd you say? It's applied science.
It's applied science. You get out there and you apply and you back up and you look and see the reaction. Mm-hmm. That's all science is. Is you add something or you take away something and you see how it reacts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not rocket surgery, guys. I mean,
that's right.
It ain't a lot of bad dogs in this world. I guarantee you, everybody got good dogs nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody but me got good dogs.
I hear you.
Now, whether they at their full potential or not, that's on y'all. Mm-hmm. But it's in there. The genetics is so common. It's like Charlie, the little dog show girl or whatever. She'd go to spouting off all that bullshit. Man, look, I don't know that, but I know you have to put one right over the other and get out of the way or you'll get bit.
Yep.
I mean, I tell you about breeding a dog, but it's real easy. Let them do it. Jake told me they said, back up, they'll do it on their own. I promise you.
Yeah, they damn sure will, and they'll do it when you don't want them to.
Yeah.
They're a lot like their Uncle Pat.
Yeah, they'll pick.
That first date don't scare me none, son. I promise you. Hey, let me see my date last night.
Yeah.
Man, look, I met this. I ain't even meet her. Something or another. And you know how that picture on Facebook, they be filtering it, right?
Yeah.
I said, boy, I probably need me about a 4-hour hook or a 6-hour for this catfish. But then we'll go on and go to the restaurant because I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Here walks this lady. I'm thinking, damn, I ain't never had it be better than the picture. And she sits down and she's kind of shy. And we talk a minute. She says, so you hog hunt? I said, I was like, one asked me the other day on Facebook, had I ever been to Uncle Earl's? I said, a time or two. A time or two. Anyway, I said, a little bit. I got some yard dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
She said, and then she got real excited. She's new to the sport, but I don't know if she's that new, but she was like, standing on the other night, had a big old cur dog between my thighs. And I looked at her and I just got one tickle, boy. She was telling me that story. And I got to thinking, and then she realized what she said, but if you hadn't heard the first part of that and heard about the big cur dog between her thighs in the fall, and she got kind of embarrassed. And we ate real fast, and 30 minutes later, we was casting dogs last night.
Hell
and
yeah.
I didn't know this lady from nobody. And I think we treated a couple of coons. But we were early. The moon's wrong. I mean, everything's wrong to be going at the time we went. If I was to go hunting right now, I'd probably set my clock for like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what time you get in your pictures, but
yeah. I
mean, just going by, just guessing, because 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, it's still 100 damn degrees.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good for the hogs, but it's bad for hump.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
I was sitting like Miss Moody in church. You know what I'm saying?
We got a bunch of pictures the past 2 days at damn 10 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the evening. Today,
they have a bunch of water right now. They hustling water.
Well, we got a pond right there.
Yeah. They hustling water.
Yeah, there's a creek down there in the bottom. We're about probably there's 400 to 600 feet difference in elevation, depending on where you're at. Right there at the backside, and then there's several old sediment ponds right there, and they'll lay up in them pines where it's reclaimed coal country, and
got the hills.
Yeah, bunch of hills, and so they'll come out of that bottom, they'll come up there to the top, they'll mill around and eat, and then they'll stay right there in that all that we got a lot of planted pines, and they're probably 10 to 12 years old, and they're growed up real bad in the middles of them, So they'll get right in all them blackberries and all that, and they'll just sit there and lay up. And, and the water's right there, the feed's right there, so it's a good spot for them.
I mean, I got also a drink of water every now and again during the day myself if I'm out doing something. Or you can just be standing out in it. You're going to be hustling that water.
I guarantee you. I was up on that roof this morning, and I was definitely needing some water.
Gene Reynolds come with me one time, and a bunch of times, but one time, and it was like 4 o'clock in the evening and 104. That's how I remember. What we going to do? I said, we finna cast these cur dogs and see what we feed them.
Mm-hmm.
88 yards from the road. Yo. We didn't catch the hog, but we made it break and let them dogs, they were silent. I don't know where them started. A silent dog. Anyway, that's a whole nother discussion, but I just turned around, went back to the house and got me some water.
That's it.
See, all I wanted to see was that first drop.
Yeah.
But I kind of knew where the hogs was going to be at. I just wanted to see if they'd leave my feet at 100 degrees in August.
Yeah.
And they did. And them dogs are still doing good today for somebody. I don't even remember. I think I gave them away or something.
Well, if they get out and do that when it's 100+ degrees, I mean, you feeding something definitely worth feeding. That's for damn sure. Because I've seen a lot of them that they ain't gonna push in the heat.
Rule of thumb on a cur dog is about 85 or 88 degrees.
Yeah.
If I don't care how good he is. I mean, and look, and don't get mad at me, guys. I know they out there that are going 100 because I've seen them.
Oh yeah.
But now these summers was in shape. I was running every day. When they wasn't running hogs, just running deers or whatever. I didn't feed them a whole lot. They was running literally to catch. But I don't even get mad at a cur dog if he won't cast in this 82, 5, 88 degrees along in there. Hey, look, if he wants to hang around my feet. Now, if I see a hog cross the road, he might ought to chase it for a couple hundred yards before he comes back.
Yeah.
But I'm not even going to be mad at him then, but he's going to have to, if I'm in a fresh track like that. But unless it's an east wind, I mean, that's a whole nother. Yeah, man, we can talk for 8 days about that shit. But
exactly. It's one of those deals. We talked to Justin Becker from Not Normal Adventures the other day, and we were talking about open versus silent and all this stuff. And there was there was a few people that commented on one of the posts, and one guy, I can't remember his name, but I'm going to contact him and see if we can get together and talk, or maybe make a hunt, because he was talking about dogs that barked. He said it's a fact that you will not catch these hogs. I was like, oh, okay, because we were talking about how fast the dog is. He said we've had them high powered hounds and they got smoked. I was like, I didn't respond to it. I was just reading it. In my mind, I'm thinking, I was like, well, what's your classification of a high-powered hound? If it's because he's in South Florida, I believe, somewhere in that area. That's where we were talking about. Their hounds are a little different than the hounds that we have, and the hounds in New Mexico are different than the hounds that they have. And the hounds in New England's different. So what's your classification?
Right, geographical location is what I always say.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I make sure when I'm, I talk a lot of shit about my dog, whatever, but I can promise you, I got dogs in every geographical location, and they all catching hogs.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, maybe if we could entertain the idea of going and taking some dogs and giving it a try, and just see if the dogs that, if I got some open dogs or I find some, I know a guy that's probably got a yard full of them, and we ride down there and turn them some bitches loose and see if they can bark at one and catch it.
Never know.
Never know.
He better be faster than 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, and be able to maintain that for a while.
Yeah, I think the video I got is 2.5 hours in to the race in a cow pen.
Yeah.
But you say, well, that was a cow dog. I said, well, I scored a 10 with that somebody paying a hog in Uncle Earl's 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
I just didn't make it past the 6-minute round. I made it past the 2-minute round.
Yeah.
The same dog, so.
That's right.
He had buttermilk. he must have clambered in that 6 minutes.
He done clambered up. That somebody's done clambered up. He's done ruined.
bragging on something, you might as well shoot that bastard.
Oh, I know. Believe you me. I said it the other day.
If we going to Florida, I need to start now because I ain't going barefooted.
That's right. Well, I'm literally going to talk to this guy, and because like he didn't come across as an asshole or none of that. It didn't seem like it. You know, he was just making a statement. You know, he was like, he said, I have to disagree. Basically, you know, he's like, we've done this for so long, and you know, it just holds true that you can't do it. And I was like, oh, that's the kind of stuff I like to see. That's the kind of stuff I like to get into.
Well, here's the study I did with Ed. It took about 2 weeks to do this to get it exactly right.
Yeah.
I wish I had the video. I'd post it to the Dixie Dogger deal. I had a full open clay hound, but she'd never run a bobcat. Like a trig type dog.
Yeah.
Barked every time her foot touched the ground, son. She got 4 of them, so that's a lot of barking.
That's right.
She made up by herself. I said 3 or 4 to her, and it broke. Run. And when I called them back down to her, it made up again. So it wasn't the barking, it was the amount of pressure. The too many dogs. It was scaring the hog.
Yeah.
If he can smell a sow 60 miles.
Yes.
I mean, I can smell ladies now about 12.
Yeah, that's it.
You feel me? I ain't forgot how. I'm a lot more docile now, but you don't think he can't smell it? Well, yeah, very. Okay, so me and Josh Sandel in Big 8. The hog comes out in a cut over, and it's a big old skitter hole right there. The hog don't see us. He ain't about 100 yards. Flops in the mud. It's like 1 o'clock hot July 4th, I think. Flops in the mud for just a second, stands up, looks back toward the woods, and the hog's ass. George comes out, one of the best cur dogs ever been in the woods with. Don't belong to me. He's a good one. He ain't mine. He belongs to Josh. Ain't saying a word. I'll pick that head up, look back, and come back off again. We done run him 5 or 6 miles.
Yeah.
Did we catch him? Yes. He hit one of them cold water springs, and he went into shock and he died. Right, he was dead when we got there.
Damn.
And George was still baying him.
Y'all run that son of a bitch to death.
Quite literally.
About 23 or 24 miles that day.
See, and
on that one day.
That's what I'm talking about. Though that caliber of dog, it doesn't matter if they're barking, if they're silent, or anything. If they can keep pushing that thing, they can't go but so long in the heat like that.
He can walk and trot.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't talking bad about nobody's dog.
I don't want no fault. Yeah, go ahead.
If you got something that'll water a possum track, I ain't gonna call no breathe out. So please don't bring that and come go with me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, my dogs are open. Some of them. Hey, the cut dog was open on the deer today. This should be the other way around. Why the hell are they barking?
Yeah.
They was probably looking at him. That's why. They pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We might as well just let that conversation go to another time.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to keep going around. We're going
to be midnight. We talked for an hour and 2 before we started recording and laughing.
Yeah, before we started recording. All right, let's talk about...
So getting back to the big hog I called, what would he have scored? You told me if I'd entered the Shackathon, what would I have scored?
233 points.
Yeah.
That's...
what won it?
I think 190...
192.5.
192.5. So you'd have been 40-something points ahead. I don't think we've had any. I think the biggest we ever had entered was the one ripping him caught at 196.
Yeah, I don't think we had one
it
break
was
200. Yeah.
It was 300 and some change. Was it 350 something? 330 or 350? But it didn't have really good teeth. But like I said, the hog that if we'd have scored it would score 233 points. And that's the biggest one as far as we know.
I didn't do no video, but I shot him. Ain't gonna lie.
That's what I said. I seen the hog and everything. If
I wouldn't have shot him, he'd have ate Remy. Because Remy would just kept trying to come around me, and I'm trying to push him back. Hey, when that big sucker come up out there, he wasn't but about 10 foot. Tell you about a double shield on the hog.
Oh, yeah.
3.5-inch Magnum 12, 18 double zeros.
Mm-hmm.
The red one. I like the black ones with the 15 copper-plated pellets.
Yeah.
But all I could get was the 18. But at 10 feet, it shouldn't matter. I got over and under. Custom made, nice shotgun. Anyway, boom. It TJ us on the video. Y'all seen it. Damn, did I miss him? He went 200 yards and made up again. 10 feet.
Damn.
2 out of the 18 buckshot at 10 feet went through the shield. 16 stopped in the shield.
Jesus Christ.
In the shoulder. At 10 feet. 10 feet.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Holy cow.
Well,
when you start talking
video.
about you can tell by looking at, okay, so Brad helped me get him out the woods. It took about 5 hours. In that length of time, the buzzards had done pretty much gutted. He didn't have hardly no guts, right?
Yeah.
The buzzard, he was out in the cutter. He'd run out in a little plantation, and they bait him up. I said to shoot him again, and I seen him finally stagger a little bit, and the puppies was way back, so I just let him bait him till he died. And of course, I didn't get none of that on film with this Obama phone. It was locked up on me. And I'm telling you, buttons out police when I shot that hog after I was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, look, that scared the hell out of me with that kid with me like that. You know, I normally hunt by myself.
Yeah.
But anyway, he probably, I don't know how much guts he had. It don't matter. It's still the biggest piney wood boar hog I ever. Hell yeah.
That's a lot of hog all the way around. Like like you were talking about Randy coming straight out and catching 2 of them that was that caliber. I wasn't with him. I didn't get to lay hands on the hog or none of that, but the pictures and videos and stuff said it was, I think, 411 pounds. And then he had another one that he brought the head out, looked bigger than the one that was hanging up.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He thought it was the same hog, but it was. And that's going to get into part of our question when the guy calls in a minute.
Yeah.
Them bars, sometimes they run together like that.
Yep.
I mean, who else has he got to be his friend? He don't need a girl on him.
That's exactly.
And the boar hog is leading to him. So
and
they just.
Yeah, the boar hog. That's what we say. The boar hogs are usually Well, I told you we got that one spot that the boar hogs run together, and I thought it was very odd. And I've talked to a lot of people, and very few have ever seen anything like that. And guys out there listening, I'm not talking about 1 or 2 boar hogs. I'm talking about having 15 to 20, 25 boar hogs at one time on camera, and they'll stay together for weeks. And I don't know why. And I don't mean little ones either. I'm talking about 150 all the way up to 250 and some even bigger than that. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
I ain't going to say who got the video, but I'll say next time Jake has a hogband.com band and menus there, that guy, he will be there. I'm going to get him to show you. They climb in the trees, bringing the bulldogs up with them. It's a city dump somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And when they bay up one, here they come. Mm-hmm. And they rally at 60, 70, big hog.
Damn.
And they have to pull the bulldog up in the tree with them to keep, I mean, it's just, they just got like overwhelmed. But he won't let me have the video because
yeah, that's crazy.
I don't think they probably ain't supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
But that's why everybody needs to remain anonymous. But
that's exactly right. There's another guy that should remain anonymous, but his name is Heath Calicott, and he goes to the dump over here all the time and smokes them. He does it. I won't go over there. I'm like, no, that's all right. I'll just stick to what I'm doing.
Well, I would go. I mean, I wouldn't poach or trespass or nothing.
I know you would.
But if the people said, hey, you can go, yeah, I might well go a time or two. But
yeah,
especially like my little one boar, nice boar hog a week or, just so Randy got 411 on Facebook. Not 411, Randy's around. Okay, scoops, okay. That hog, he probably looked like he weighed 200, so he probably weighed 170. And the one that caught my little puppies up, he only had 2 inches of teeth sticking out.
Yeah.
But they was in little straight out teeth.
And
his head's about 3 inches shorter than a bigger hog head. I just picked it up and posted it on Facebook today.
Yeah.
That's what all I did today was walk down there and get my head. But it's funny. I got all these big heads. I got this little bitty one, and he's the only one that is. Well, he waxed a couple of my puppies. Ass, you heard me.
Yes, sir.
And that's the same story Rusty Mayshore, I think, told you the other day.
I think Rusty said that was about 170 pounds. Said that some bitch it was the wrecking crew. Said he wrecked the whole crew.
Give me a 300 pounder with some huge teeth.
Yes.
And a front belly over this summer.
That's exactly
Any
right.
day of the week.
For most of the ones that we catch, in all honesty, are between 150 and 210. And they have anything from 1.25 to 2.5 inch teeth. And they're hard on the dogs. That's one reason why we went back to more traditional bay dogs. Because like I said, that property that we hunt, all them boar hogs run together. And we run into some issues. So, which that rolls into one of our questions. And if you're ready, I'm going to call Michael Brooks. I'm going to call him up right quick, and we'll add him to the conversation if I can figure out how to do all this. Wait till he answers. I'm trying to figure out all this stuff, so y'all just bear with us. See what we got. All right, Michael.
Hello.
Hey, Michael, it's Joey.
Hey, how's it going?
Going pretty good. Can you hear all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you on speakerphone?
Yes, I'll take you out.
Yeah, I was thinking to say it might be better because it's.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, a lot better. We got you on.
Hello.
All right, can you hear me?
Hello.
It shows we're connected.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you. Well, maybe we can't.
I don't know.
I think he hung up. All right, he's calling back. Let's try it like that. Answer the call and merge with Pat Lewin. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Pat, you there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, everybody's here. All right, Michael. Like I said, this is kind of a new thing we're doing here with the actual live call-ins and stuff. Uncle Pat's on here. Ask you questions. No nudity. Neither one of y'all. No nudity. And no damn videos unless you send them to me. All right, go ahead with it. Pat, Michael, y'all get it with it.
I got a piece of property. I just got permission I can start hunting. Well, I've had 4 sets of dogs now. I'm going to hunt this property, and I'm talking had open dogs, silent dogs, and then I've had, just a mix of both.
Mm-hmm.
But we have no issues getting on the pig. The only issue that we have is once the catch dog gets there, keeping them caught. It's the same result every time. We'll find them, we'll bay them. Now, the catch dog is not on a leash because I'm not going to be, dog's not going to drag me through the woods.
Right.
That just makes for
Me either if I can help it.
Yeah, it just makes for a miserable hunt.
It does. Man, look, is it like a lot of hogs rattling? Like a rally? Because a lot of times them hogs are they'll rally like Joey was talking about, and they'll knock your bulldogs off. But are you letting them bulldogs go at the same time?
I am, but now she stays right there with us the whole time unless she hears dogs barking. And then she'll take off. But she's going to take off and run from the very get-go.
Yeah. How far is she running from?
It could be 100 yards. It could be 200 yards.
Oh, Lord. I like to turn loose about 20 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not saying what you're doing is wrong, by no means, because I've done it that way, too.
Well, and if you got her on the lead, it's like god-awful grunting noise.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. A whisper.
Yeah.
We got one
I
like
used
that.
to know a girl like that, but that's another story. Yeah, if you could, what And I learned this from Jake. I don't mind. I all the stuff I know I learned from somebody. But like get up there and get close as you can. Send one and go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Send that second one. And what'll happen, that first one will hit and the hog will turn and be focused on that one. And it gives that other one that shot. Like,
Okay.
Like he don't see it coming, he sucker punches him, basically like. And I learned that from Joe. That's just one thing you can try. I don't know, but I understand. And they could hear it coming too. I mean,
That's another thing. Like where we cut loose at on one side of the creek, it's all hardwood.
yeah,
That's where we're getting them stopped at. But once
Yeah.
the bulldog hits them, and I mean they just can't catch him, then he crosses the creek, and I mean it's the most god awful thick stuff you've ever seen.
yeah,
And it's like they can't never find him again.
right. I understand that. That sounds
Yeah.
maybe one thing I do. I shoot a lot of hogs hunt by myself, and I'm old. And like if these yard dogs is bayed, it's big enough. Something done got cut, and they backed up.
Yeah.
I'll check the wind with a cigarette lighter, and I'll slip around there and get downwind, and these hogs never know I'm there. I'll slip up there and shoot them from 10 feet away, 10 or 12 feet. But yeah, that's probably, if you could hold that, like if you could make her stay, like Dan Lewis has got a speckled dog. I think he got it from the pound, his rescue dog. She's like, just like what you're talking about, a no leash, just a great catch dog. But boy, he really has to get onto her or his butt, old Speck, a little bit, and let him get down there at 40 yards. That way old Speck ain't winded when he gets there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and see, that's another thing. Like I know that it takes her a second. Like when she hits it, it's gonna take her 2 or 3 times before she actually gets a good hold because she's missing a couple teeth.
She's fighting.
Yeah, and she's missing a couple teeth. So, but once she does get on it, you're not getting her off unless you got a brake stick.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody worries about the canines. But that bulldog, really, them back teeth
Yeah.
is what does it. Like, once he gets it, like he swallows it, that's where I find, like, as long as them back teeth's good. I had old Grand Champion Hammer. I don't know how many he won in the fast, and he was supposed to be retired at my house. Hell, I went to hauling him. He ain't had no teeth. He's old as me. Hey, son, he'd gum him into submission. right across the top of the snout. He learned he couldn't get cut that way.
Yep.
He would just, I don't know, but you couldn't put a vest on him because he would just hunch the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a trip, man.
My wife has a Walker dog that he was originally a coon dog, and he's a bigger, stockier type Walker. But
Big old trim walker.
Oh yeah. But that joker, he wants everything that he sees, he wants to try to catch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wish he'd, back up and bay one. Man, if something happens to that dog, I'll be a divorced man.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
You better not even take him.
Yeah, so I say I'd leave that one at the house, boys.
Yeah.
I'm not talking bad about the dog, but I call them kind of dogs a pot licker. Like with the big ears, the big tree dogs. I don't know why I do that. They're like a big blue ticks and stuff. But saying that, they mean.
Mm-hmm.
They mean as hell.
Oh,
And they got big canines, like a big tree walker, a big pot licker. Hey, one time this old boy had a Grand Night Champion coon dog. We never had many shot out over him. He was like a trophy hunter. Hell, we hunted meat. I had a big old bony looking thing. I called him Bones. Anyway, old Bill didn't know how to kill a coon. They messed around there and shot one in the foot by a dairy farm, about a 20, 30-pound little panda bear. He got in there and he whooped old Bill's ass off. And old Bill went to laying him on the ground. Hell, I turned old Bones loose. He just walked over and pop. He just killed that coon like instantly because he knew how to kill one.
Mhm.
Was Bill just as bad? Probably so, but he didn't know how to kill him. So
Yeah.
if your dog knows how to catch a hog, he might not nothing ever happen to him. But if it's gonna cause a divorce, I'd leave that at home if you got a good old lady. Me, I ain't never had a good old lady. I'd keep hunting the dog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing, you know, I kind of got burned out on coon hunting. I've run coon dogs all my life. And then, you know, we started hanging out with some people that had some hog dogs, some bear dogs. We've done run that Walker dog on hog, bear, and he originally was just a straight coon dog, but he'll bring you a damn armadillo if it runs out in front of him.
There you go.
Is he for sale?
Yeah, sounds like a good dog.
Boy, he sound like something I would own now.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime one runs out in front of him, he's gonna bring it to you. And you know, I used to have when he'd bring me trash, but hell, I don't care. I don't come.
It's all about having fun. It's like this podcast. Everybody takes everything. Well, so and so said this. I don't give a damn what they said.
Yeah.
As long as he don't run him all night before he catches him, we good.
Yeah.
Oh,
No matter what it is, you know.
oh yeah. And I mean, we do it as a family. Like,
Yeah.
I got young girls and my 2-year-old and 4-year-old daughters. You know, you'd think they'd play Barbie. They play coon hunting and hog hunting all day, every day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Not a thing, son.
They love it.
On your catch dog, do you have just one, or y'all taking more than one?
A lot of times it's just one.
Get two of them.
But there is a couple times, you know, a friend of mine will bring one.
Yeah.
You know, another
Yeah.
guy one. But yeah, a lot of times it is just mine.
Okay.
See when you let that one go, and you count them 3 or 4 seconds, and let that other go, while your jip over there trying to get that ear swallowed, that other one it can just grab.
Mhm.
So then the hog turns at it. Then that allows your other dog, unabated or it's just like another sucker punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bob.
gives her-
He's trying to bob and weave, and he's getting smacked all over the head.
I don't know if you ever really seen a 350-pound hog, but that dog ain't holding that hog.
No.
He's just keeping his head occupied for you to get a back foot.
Mm-hmm.
So if that one dog is occupying that one ear, it gives the other dog a chance to grip, and then vice versa after that happens. I think that would solve your problem right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So
the same way.
We run with some pretty gritty dogs. But I mean, yeah, definitely I'll start taking 2.
Yeah, they.
And just hold the other one for a split, 3 seconds is all.
Mm-hmm.
And that, because if they both get there at the same time, I've had them catch each other. But if it's a malfunction, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you'll split them like that, and I know Jake, he's caught a few hogs in his life.
He's probably caught 3,
Yeah.
maybe 3. What do you think, Pat? About 3 or 4?
Randy's dogs he might have.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that, but just give them that split second, and it just gives everybody time to do their own thing, unabated or.
We'll be back after a quick break.
We would like to interrupt this episode to take a moment to thank our sponsors and friends of Dixie Doggers Podcast. Southern Cross Cut Gear, Boars N Broads, Hardcore Hog Dogs and Cut Gear, Showtime Premium Pet Food, Animal Housing Solutions, Tuskers Magazine, American Doghorn Association, 4L Kennels, Hogbang.com, The Boar's Nest, Crockett Taxidermy, Mud Creek Hog Baying. A big shout out to all those people and companies who help make us who we are. Thank y'all.
How many is it usually just you and your dogs and maybe one person, or is there several of y'all going with quite a few dogs? How many dogs is in the race?
I've got 2 hounds and a bulldog, and then whoever goes with me, they'll bring 2 or 3 dogs.
Yeah.
But I mean, I try not to take more than one person.
Okay.
With dogs.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I was just curious as if, like like some of my dogs will, if a bulldog gets close or as soon as the bulldog catches, they'll roll out. And if the bulldogs ain't holding the hogs and your other dogs are gone, if the hog breaks, then you don't have near as good a chance of stopping it again. And if this has been a repetitive thing,
man, it's been 4 times in a row.
All right, are you losing them in the same spot every time?
No, but I mean they're making it across the creek to that stuff. I mean we're finding them kind of close to the creek, but then they're just. I mean, I sent in some pictures of some hogs, and I mean they're big.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It sounds like Armageddon when the bulldog.
It might be a couple of big bars, or like Joe was talking about, a group of boars running together. I mean, anything's possible, but they could be knocking each other off.
I live in Pelzer, South Carolina, but
in South Carolina. Okay, I was just curious. Your geographical location part there.
Yeah.
Are you in the hills or the mountains?
No, sir.
Okay,
no, sir.
I didn't know. All right.
Airport, I'm maybe an hour from Georgia line.
Okay.
If that.
Oh, you up there right above old Too Tight, Philip Dickerson. Philip?
No, sir. You ever heard of Cooley Curves?
Uh-huh. I really have.
Yeah, I used to work for that man. He lives 25 minutes from me.
Okay, I hunted over there with Zach Alford quite a bit, me and Jake. We used to go run deer dogs and catch hogs, and we'd go down into Georgia with Too Tight, and then we'd be back up in South Carolina. I couldn't tell you the names of the towns, but I don't know if you ever remember Zach Alford or not before he passed away.
No, sir.
But I know exactly the area you're talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're kind of like, if we're considered Greenville County, but it's Anderson County, Lawrence County. So I mean, it's all over really.
Well, you sent a picture of a big hog a while back.
Yes.
Said that they had shot it or something over there. So
yeah,
I mean,
was on the property.
Yeah, looking at that, I mean, if they got hogs that size over there, it's definitely going to be hard for one dog to handle them. And I'm not saying that because I know, Lord of mercy, I know I shouldn't even said that. There's guys out there that's got a 12-pound dog that can hold a 700-pound hog all day long. But at the same time, you got to just be smart about it,
Yes, sir.
Don't put your dog through all that work if you don't have to. That's why, like I said, like Pat was saying, stage them, get you another bulldog or tell somebody to bring theirs and stage them.
Okay.
Yeah, catch with that son, bitch.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 29 in July.
Oh boy, you better start catching with that bulldog.
You don't even need a bulldog. Just go in there and jump on him. Send me the video.
Yeah. No, don't you do that. Don't listen to him.
Send me the video. Shit, be a man. Be a man.
I'll show me how to do it.
Yes. Take one for the team. Just make sure you got somebody videoing it for us.
Yeah. Hey.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. But it's a common. What he's talking about is common. I mean, because these hogs are. I mean, they know they finna die. I mean, it's life or death for them. They gonna give it. Like Sun Tzu's Art of War. When you land on foreign soil and find yourself vastly outnumbered, burn your boats.
Yeah. Ain't no going back.
Hey, we here now, boys. Time to get it. Well, that's the attitude that hog. Yeah, that's that attitude that hog got.
And people don't, Pat. I don't think people really take that in. Like I don't remember who we were talking about the other night about that. It's like when you go in there and you wade in amongst them like that, it's life or death for everybody. The way I look at it, for me, the dogs, the hog, everybody. And I want to go home.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So use everything to your advantage.
Yeah, don't feel bad about them getting away 4 times in a row. Mm-mm. I've had them get away 4 months in a row.
Yeah.
Well, it's
and have good dogs, way better than I got now.
the landowner, he's pressuring like, hey, we want them gone. And I could almost tell that he's to the point of, well, if you don't start catching them, then hey, we're gonna have to do something else.
But they ought to be leaving if you're dogging them heavy. They ought to leave on their own.
Yeah, I think they just pressure pushes them off.
Yeah.
What I would think. But either way, I mean, all you can do is stay at it. That's all you can do.
We've tried it, night. We've tried it mornings, and we have better success like in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For like getting them stopped, but nighttime, we play hell just trying to stop them. Much less get a bulldog through there.
Yeah.
Boy, whoever hunted there before y'all must have had some rough dogs.
Yeah. Pat, tell him what he needs to do on that moon phase. What we were talking about.
There's some
about
3 miles from there that's got tons of hog signs. And it's a big river. So, I mean, I feel like we're walking that river.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably, they might be hitting that river on you too, when you can't stop them again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if they go across that river, they on their own. I swim back like a rock does.
Oh, do I? A video I posted Saturday, I was like, Brad, looks like you finna get wet.
Oh, that's funny too. But like having it at certain times, like you said, it seems like maybe the morning time you're more successful. Are you catching smaller hogs?
No, but
or are you still catching good sized hogs then? Or
I'm assuming. Like I said,
God don't do that.
Yeah, I think if you hold that dog till you get up there about 40 yards instead of 200 or 100,
yeah,
you're going to catch them. You're going to catch them.
Well, that dog's got to get winded running from 150 to, especially if it's thick.
Yes, sir.
How big's that dog? What build is it, like a game dog style?
Yeah, I mean, she's a regular bulldog. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the third person that's owned her, so I'm just going by whatever. But I mean, she is a little aged. Like she's 6, roughly.
Yeah.
And I mean,
yeah, that's about like me in his prime.
Yeah.
And missing a few teeth, shit.
Yeah, I think say, damn, you got a pet dog.
She's hell on wheels, though. I mean,
oh yeah.
Dog bark, it's over with. I mean, she's gone. But
yeah, I would just hold her closer to me. Might have to work on some commands to make her stay put till you get up there, till you ready. Don't let her go on her own. I never liked one to go on its own.
Yeah. Well,
but that don't mean I didn't have them that did it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but I didn't like it,
Yeah.
But I may not want to catch that hog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get up there in a big old piggy sow in a nest. She's done got it and she ain't wanting to run. She's trying to have pigs. Hey, I'm finna ask Carter. I'll get that 10-foot piece of schedule 81 inch out. I'll put them dogs away from her. She's worth more than the dog is to me.
Yep.
I gotta have hogs to run,
That's right.
Dogs is born every day.
That's true.
But yeah, I hope that helps you. I don't know. I wish I could go with you. If it was closer, I would too. And I don't even go too much places, but I just like to go see
You
for myself.
Holler at me. We'll go.
10-4.
We're going to be in South Carolina in another week and a half.
Well,
or out that way.
We can plan for it.
Yeah. I'll get in touch with you after we get done, when I find out for sure, So let's, we got, I think we got 1 or 2 more that's going to call in with some questions. And
yes,
like I said, I hope this, maybe shed a little light on it. And and maybe Uncle Pat's knowledge can.
Hey, look, and y'all listeners out there. Yeah, and y'all listeners out there. Hey, y'all send in y'all's answers to that.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to read them. I promise you, I'm gonna read them, and I want y'all's perspective too.
And you're gonna talk shit about it.
700 downloads. If we're getting 700 downloads a week, I want to see 800 responses.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is everybody's podcast, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
a community.
Yeah, that's
the
why
point.
we do it. You know, that's the whole point of exactly for everybody out there. And I seen a couple of comments earlier. It was like, well, if they got time to do a podcast, and it wasn't specifically talking about us, just in general. Said, well, if they got time to do a podcast, they don't hunt like I do. And I was like, well, if you got time to listen to the podcast, then you ain't hunting like I do. You know, it's like, why try to be negative about it? But that was my whole point. It's like, why, if you're listening to it, you're putting the same amount of effort into it as far as time goes that I am.
Somebody's always got something to say.
Oh, I think it's hilarious.
No matter.
Because it's usually the ones that ain't doing shit.
They gonna make fun of your tree and walking them armadillos. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to buy that
I was
stuff.
fitting to say, hey, Pat, I'm gonna go out there and pick it up for you, buddy.
Hey, look, I'll go with him in a minute. One thing about it, we bring some Vienna sausage, we ain't gonna be bored, cuz some
That's
crackers.
right. All right.
I'll put Dilla every time he catches one. I don't give a shit.
That's right, buddy. And that's all that matters. You happy with your dog? That's it. That's it.
If he'd have found a pig, he'd brought you that too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Just got to get in the right spot at the right time.
He started a smaller one, and it wasn't pretty for it. But
I bet.
All right.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all letting me get on here now.
All right, Michael. We appreciate you, buddy, and we'll be in touch with you and let you know when we're going to put it out.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. See you.
Yeah.
Let me cut that one off. All right. Let's see. You still there, Pat? I think it cut both of them off. Y'all have to forgive me. Trying to learn all this new stuff. I guess it kicked it off. I just dropped that one.
Hey, fellas, I think you hung up on everybody, y'all.
It did. It dropped it because on my phone, it'll say, drop each one or whichever. And I pushed that one and it cut both of them off. You still hear me good?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, we got another caller. Huh?
We picked a hell of a first question to answer.
Yeah, that
was tough.
That one was tough because there's so many factors in there, so many variables.
Yes.
And like you said, I wish I could be there because then I could make a better conclusion. But at the same time, I think you went over enough stuff to give him an outlook on it for sure. I think having more than one bulldog and not turning loose at 200 yards is really going to be a help.
Oh God, I don't even want to hunt 200 yards total hunt.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, we do, but if I ain't got to, I don't want to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we got another
All right.
another caller. I'm gonna call him right quick and add him to this fiasco that we got going. See if he's gonna answer the phone. He probably thinks it's a bill collector calling or something. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on just a second. Let me merge these calls. See what it's doing. All right, can you hear me now, everybody?
I can hear you.
All right, Pat, you there?
Yeah, we here.
All right, just making sure. Well, we got a anonymous caller. He was calling about his car's extended warranty, but I don't know nothing about that. So he's got a question. You got a question for Uncle Pat?
I got two questions.
All right.
All right. The first one is, if you could go back to the very first time you decided to get in this lifestyle of running dogs, what is one piece of advice you would give yourself?
Listen to my daddy.
Listen to your daddy.
Yeah, because I was born into it, and I've always thought he was an ignorant old son of a bitch. But
Nate,
now
I
listen.
don't think that.
I do.
I
But
was talking to Nate. I looked at Nate. I was like, Nate, listen to him.
if I could do it over again, I would, like I was telling Joey the other day, I'd say $50,000 because I ended up learning how to breed dogs because I ended up doing what he told me to do anyhow.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But if I could do it all over again, I'd have started out with Walker dogs. And nothing. And look now, but not straight. But yeah, I would have. I guess we've been doing this about 20 years, 15 years solid. Adding the July and the Walker, not trim Walker, not like American Foxhound. You got to be careful with Walkers. There's so many variations of it, but like the July, like your field trial fox pen type, jerk snatch, not a lot of barking on the track. I would have implemented that fashion into the program.
That's good to know. That's good to know. And then you ready for my? You ready for my other question?
Yeah.
All right. My other question is June, the month of June we're in right now. It's men's mental health awareness. What advice would you give to someone that's struggling silently?
Okay.
Wow.
What advice would I give him? Pick the Bible up. Pick the Bible up and go in there and find where somebody has the same problem as you and see what they did. People use the Bible. Religion uses the Bible to condemn people. But the Bible is a self-help medical book for your mental awareness. It pretty much tells you when to move, when not to move, when to be quiet, when to say something.
That's right.
And it also teaches you that no matter what your past is, it doesn't dictate your future unless you allow it.
That's
And
right.
it also says how people treat us is none of our business. What people say about us is none of our business. It's what we say. Just because we have a thought, we don't have to claim it. Like if I wake up and I'm thinking I'm sad, well, that's probably because I'm living in the past. I'm thinking about somebody that's gone or a good hound I had that I don't have anymore, or how old so-and-so did me, or blah, 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 blah. And the Bible says, no man taketh the plow looking backwards is fit for the kingdom of God. So when you look at the kingdom of God, so we crackers, we ain't Jews, we white folks.
Mm-hmm.
And some black folks too, but we're not Jewish for the most part. You may be, I don't know. Jake put my cowboy hat on one time. He looked Jewish. And I had a poke, got that little hat on the back of his head like that. That's not why about 8 1/4. He looked, but anyway, that's another story. So when you do it like that, you have to look at the things Paul wrote, because he was for the Gentiles. We be Gentiles or crackers or whatever you want to call us. And it says, and the kingdom of God is nigh thee, first in your mouth, then in your heart. So, okay, you got the teacher in 2nd grade holds up a flashcard. And on that flashcard, it says 4 + 4 is 8. She didn't read it to you. She makes the class read it out loud because you will retain it 10 times faster if you speak it yourself. So if you want to change your life, change your everyday speech, especially what you say about yourself. Does that answer your question?
That answered my question. I appreciate you answering those for me.
That's definitely good.
And I'm gonna tell you what else you can do. There's people out there, very few of us, that if you're struggling silently, you don't have to.
No,
Because you can message. You probably can't call me because I don't got much signal. I'm sitting there hopping on one foot with some tinfoil in there to get this podcast done. But you can text me, and I'll listen to understand.
Yes.
Find you somebody that listens to understand and not to respond. And you don't have to struggle silently no more, and you won't never be afraid of what they tell you back, because they might not even say nothing. Most people don't need a response. They just need somebody to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help?
I agree 100%. I appreciate you taking your time out of your night and answering my questions, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Y'all have a good evening, okay?
All right, buddy.
See ya.
Y'all be good. Let me see if I can cut this one off without taking all of them off. I think it done it again. I'm pretty sure it did. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
I don't know.
Because it literally, it says conference call with two people on it, and it does it every time.
Well, maybe try unmerging it first. And then just hang it.
It drops it every single time. Well, it shows me
I
right
got,
there.
I got a question. We do this when I hang it up.
I know. That's what I literally just said. I said, well, let me see if I can do it, but I don't know.
Surely,
why.
surely,
There's something I need to do.
It together.
Well, yeah, that's not an issue at all. I had another person that was wanting to ask a question, and
Hey,
yeah,
that should have been a harder question to answer than the dog deal.
yeah,
But it wasn't.
but and there's reasons why it wasn't, because you've been there, and you know a solution to a lot of it,
Yeah.
and that's probably one of the few times I've ever been on this thing and didn't say nothing.
Well, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's the reason I was just listening, because it's like sometimes I just need to listen. And
I hope it was correct.
no, it is. And there's a lot of reasons why that question right there really just struck me to the core, because I have been, not personally myself, but somebody that I was close to for many, many years, has been dealing with a lot of mental anguish, fighting a lot of demons. And I've been on the phone from daylight to daylight. That is no shit, since probably Thursday.
Yeah.
Finally got him some help. They're in another state. Finally got him some help at 3:00 this morning.
Hey,
And all I had to do was listen.
Look, you know why I do it? Because I wouldn't be a very good man if I made it out of the fire and I turn and look back and see you still in it.
Yeah. And leave you there.
God won't allow me to drag you out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But he will allow me to bring you a drink of water.
Yes.
By God, I'm going to do it.
There you go.
Somebody brought me one. Brought me one. Come on.
That was a good, I'm telling you, man, that right there was perfect. That was perfect. Well, let me see if I can get this other individual on here without tearing all the calls up and making them. You'll know this guy, guarantee you, if he answers the phone, because he might not answer the phone. You know how it goes. I'm trying to see. He's probably out calling coyotes in, or chasing boar hogs around, or shooting stuff or something. There ain't no telling. He literally just texted me a while ago.
Your call has been forwarded to.
Yeah. See? All right.
Yeah.
I hung up that time and it didn't hang it up.
Hey, good.
I did a good job, boys. Did a good job. We are making progress.
Hey, you know what'll test your mental health worse than anything? Get you about 4 hog dogs.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Get you 4. We got 3 red bone and Catahoula crosses. And you talking about testing your patience in life.
Just go back to about 2014. Whenever Ed started the magazine, one of the first articles I write was, when you swap over from cur dogs to these long range Julie Pop cross tracks, but you got to be a little closer to Jesus in every aspect for it to be fun for you at that point. Because you finna run into people you do not want to deal with, because you finna trespass.
That's right.
You finna carry the mail, son.
Yep, you finna do some
and
stuff.
the mailman ain't going where he want to go. You finna get tested every way you can be tested.
That is a fact. I just went through that a couple of weeks ago with a dog. I was like, I walked and walked and walked and walked. And when I got the dog back, I was like, this probably be the last day I'm going to do this. And it was. I literally, I let another guy take the dog and hunt him. But I was at the end of my rope with it. And I've been doing this a pretty good while, you know. But at the same time, it's like there's always something out there that can that can make or break you. And it could be something that you've done every day, you know, for years and years. It just there's variables in everything. You know, you're the only constant in everything that you do, but everything else is a variable. And it just
and you gotta be able to say, that's not in my control.
yes. Because it took me a long time to get to that part. Because I thought I could control everything, but you can't.
You got to do like I told him the other day. You got to be like a good alpha male dog. Control what you can control, drink plenty of water, and piss on the list. Come on.
That's it. Indeed. So I tell you what, since this other caller didn't get with it, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that Oklahoma Bay.
Boy, Rusty Mashmore,
that's who didn't answer the damn phone.
And that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. He didn't want to ask me. I done got fired up about the Bible. I'll never have him donating to the building fund for this podcast is over.
To the building fund. My man's a Baptist preacher. He gonna have a little Pentecost in him. So,
and the Pentecost the other day sung for 33 minutes, made me stand up.
Yeah.
And I went to the Baptist church and said, hell, maybe they'll throw a Bible at me. I was standing. I did.
Oh, Lord.
I should have did that, but I did. You know, Rusty Mayshore, it's a total new thing. There's been a lot of speculations, a lot of assumptions.
Mm-hmm.
Rules is being worked on by the board. Something that Dixie Dockers is now a part of. Judging at the board.
That's right.
The only thing set in stone, it'll be won't be no hog out, won't be no P&L. You got 2 minutes to get your dog out. You get so many points under 1 minute. Probably half is that many. I don't know yet. Under 2 minutes. And anything past 2 minutes is a DQ, just like a cat's out. And it's any means possible pre-1950.
Any means possible before 1950, you can use to get your dog.
No e-collars. Yeah, no e-collars. If you're going to be a dog man.
You're going to have to get your dog. If your dog goes in there and hangs the hog, guess what? You got to get it off. You got to figure it out. Because there ain't no pen help.
We'll have pen help there to help you, but if they go in the pen to help you, it's a DQ.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you want to handle business yourself, I mean, it's one of those deals where you got to be a hog hunter with a woods dog.
It was a lot of assumptions about calling it. Oh, it's a half a point for the cop. Now they know it's a half a point. I ain't even sobered up enough to write the rules down yet. And they know. And they must be talking to Miss Cleo in that crystal ball.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, you know. But it's not. It's more toward the old NALC rules.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the closest to a bay dog, which you've seen them. And
yeah,
that's all I'm going to elaborate about that. But
it's going to be a little combination of a few different things. And like you said, it's people can assume all this stuff they want, but it's not written yet. Like it's being worked on. That's why there's a board, and that's why there's several people that are going to be together on this.
It ain't me. Everybody gonna get mad at me. I don't care. They don't pay my electrical bill.
That's right. That's that alpha male dog. Mm-hmm. So when they turn the dog loose, and the dog bays and does its thing,
2 minutes.
You got 2 minutes, and then from after that, you got 2 minutes to catch your dog. There's the caller there.
Yeah, what ways possible? The same amount of ways it was in 1949 back to the day.
I don't know what it done.
Wood.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't limited in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You can jump on it, you can wrestle it, call him out. I don't care.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's one of them deals where you gotta be a hog hunter. And we had somebody finally join the conversation. He's late. I tried to call him. I never call anybody back, and I never answered the phone, but I did, and he didn't. So y'all all remember that. Rusty Mayshore on here too.
Is Rusty on here?
Yeah, he's on here now, Pat. He just got on here, so all the stuff you was talking bad about him, he ain't heard it yet.
I ain't said nothing bad about Rusty. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing bad though. If I know, I might say it. I know this. I know this. I bet he throws that GoPro away.
Yeah, I guarantee you. He wasn't happy about that GoPro, buddy.
I got an Obama phone.
Dang.
You get videos, some good ones, man. I got a pure Obama phone from the cricket. You know what I'm saying?
Rusty, you're going to have to tighten up, buddy. You're going to have to tighten up. So what are you up to, Rusty?
Oh, not much. Moving some puppies around and pedaling around a little bit. Fixing to go run a few.
I figured that's what you was doing. That's why I tried to catch you before you took off too fast. So now we was talking about the bay and stuff, and I know you was asking about how the call-ins was going, so I figured I was like, well, he's got a question or something to ask. So what are you thinking?
Oh, not much. Been getting a lot of videos and stuff. People sending me a lot of videos.
You think they lying about him? Is Randy Durrell one of them?
No, Randy ain't sent me nothing yet. I figured it's coming though.
Well, he's gonna have to tighten up. He's the king of the woods right now.
That's right.
Pat said that hog probably weighed 475.
No, he put that 411 on there, and I caught one about 175. I put 412 on my.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. Yeah. Did y'all go over quite a bit of it though?
Yeah.
No, we went over just the only part was the getting your dog out of the pen. 2 minutes to get your dog out. It ain't, get so many points up to under 1 minute, and probably half that amount of points up to 2 minutes. Anything over 2 minutes is going to be like a catch out DQ, and it's any means possible prior to 1950. No e-collar.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I mean, that's kind of vague, but it's a start.
Well, it's
Yeah.
I think it's understandable, for people who have any, if they're cerebral at all, they can kind of picture like, hey, if I need to jump in there and get it in the headlock and catch it, that's what I'm going to do.
And look, and it's going to make this bait worth going to, because I figure Jake will come. And I'm going to tell y'all, he's going to be hard. He got pretty good dogs. And they ain't no backhand dogs. Yeah. But here's what they going to do. When that big sucker starts running at them to catch them, they going to catch.
They're going to catch it. And I wonder how many people's dogs are going to do it. Yeah.
It's going to be a show. It's going to be an ass kicking.
I'm telling you, most people's dogs, I really feel like that's what's going to happen. Because I know that's going to happen. You start running in there, them dogs are going to grab him.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I'm not bringing my yard dogs, because if I go to run in there catching and if he ain't got a place to catch, that son of a bitch will catch me. Again, it's going to be a show worth coming to watch.
I really think it is.
It ain't your granddaddy's bait no more.
Mm-mm.
And
No.
Not with them little bitty hogs Rusty's got up there, them old baby pigs and shoats.
They might be shoats, but I promise you'll know you got a hold of a hog when you find one.
If they gonna be any better than the last one you had, they better bring some damn dogs for sure. I can tell you that, because them some bitches did. Hey, when you opened that gate, that chute, they didn't run out there to the corner and look around. They was coming to man, that shit was so funny. Meet them dog. That one spotter would meet them dogs out in the middle and whoop their ass all the way around the arena 2 or 3 times.
We're going to have 30 of them about like that spotted one.
That spotted one, I kept telling, because I was judging. I said, hell, just send the next one in. I think we put four back to back to back to back, and they didn't. Not a one of them bait him. He sent them. He sent 2 of them over the fence. They climbed their ass out.
My kind of dog.
Yeah, I laughed my ass off. I said, "That's my hog right there, buddy. I like him."
I asked Spencer, I said, "You think I ought to get him out of there?" He said, "Hell no, leave him in there until somebody bays him."
Because he wouldn't come. He didn't want to come out. That was the thing. Everybody was cool about it too. They were like, "Just leave him in there. Let's see if we can bait him." That's that woods hunter in everybody.
Oh, that's right.
They don't want one that's going to just sit in the corner, and which in a competition, winning a bunch of money. If it's a pro bay, yeah, that's fine. You want to hog that a post up and take a bay, but in this, it's like, no, let me see what we can do.
That's right.
I'm like Pat. I think it's going to be a damn show.
That's why we do it.
Oh yeah. I don't think we're gonna hog out till after 2 minutes.
I say no.
Oh yeah. Once you get a DQ, it's over. We can hog out then.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna let them out till after the 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I like there.
Yep. If he'll hog out.
Yeah, I was thinking say you can say hog out, but whether that happens or not is another thing.
Some bitches is just like, hey, they just like my second age wife, big, ugly, stank, and hard headed, baby.
Shit. So, what do y'all think? Yellow Dogs is gonna be the powerhouse hounds or Catahoulas, or what y'all thinking?
I think it's gonna be a little bit of mixture of both. I think.
Do you?
Yeah,
I do. I think it's probably gonna be some hounds.
Hey, look here.
I wish somebody would send me a yellow dog video because I ain't got one yet. I've got a bunch of spotted dogs and a bunch of hounds.
Oh, I can send you some, but it ain't gonna be a whole lot of damn. It's gonna have to be some of your hogs before they gonna bay.
Right.
I can tell you that, and they still puppies. Yeah, I can promise you that.
I'm glad you brought that up. I got something to say.
Say it.
On the other podcast we used to be on, maybe 2 years ago or something, I said, y'all watch it. Y'all watch it. These colors is fixing to change. I seen it coming. Look at hand grenade. I ain't saying he ain't cat. I ain't talking about the breed of dog. I'm talking about the color.
Yep.
That's right.
Look out, boy, that yellow's dominating. But I got something to say about Buddy Rowe. I don't know if y'all know Buddy Rowe, but he brindle.
Mm-hmm.
And he is now reigning heavyweight champ.
There you go.
I told y'all them brindles was going to show up and show out before it's over.
Ain't nothing wrong with brindles.
No, I like a brindle dog. As long as that somebody says OMCBA on it, I like them brindles.
No, that's not it ain't no squirrel dog. We talking about laying hogs.
Shit, that's what's sad about it, Pat. I got damn squirrel dogs that bay better than my damn hog dogs.
Well, you know what I see. It starts 99% of my races is my little squirrel dog.
Yeah. Hey, we got a couple spots we go hunt, and you'll kill more damn hogs on the squirrel hunt than you do on the hog hunt. That's what's sad.
But yeah, O'Connor just won. Dog's named Buddy Rowe.
Yep.
He's a good brindle. He's about 80% catch out, but he's got him to start backing up now. Boy, he ain't got no shit in his neck, I promise you. He is, he's bad. Hell. And I ain't going to say nothing else, but maybe he should have won more than that. That's all I'm going to say.
I got you.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Well, but, Rusty, what else you got up your sleeve on this stuff? That you're going to let out?
I don't know yet. We're still in the early stages of it, but I'm sure, Pat, like I said in the last one, we're going to take a little bit of old school, a little bit of new school, and we're going to make a wood school.
There you go.
Man, I had to bring some stuff out right here because all these assumptions, I don't even know how you know.
Yeah.
It ain't up to me. It's a board of 6 or 7. If the board votes you down, they just vote you down. It's nothing personal.
That's right.
But one guy can't say no. The board has to agree to say no.
I've had several in like the last 2 days that sent me videos and pictures, and I had I had one, two, I had two. I had two sent me full blown, I mean, edited videos, like YouTube quality.
Yeah.
And I mean, they sent 7 or 8 of them and
That's
some
good.
pictures and stuff. And they said, well, that worked. I said, yeah, you in. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well,
and they had several different ones, you know, of the same, you know, the dog. You sure enough tell the dog they was wanting to enter was in there, and you know, several catches, and I mean it was good. And I said that's perfect. You know, that's what we want.
yeah, that's good.
All video sent in becomes property of Mud Creek.
Yeah. But that's the requirements, you know, for listeners out there that if you hadn't heard anything about it, we're gonna do a full woods dog show. It'll be in February, and still ironing a bunch of stuff out, but it's on. And you have to have a video of your dog in the woods catching hogs, not just one time, but this has to be a woods dog. You know, so you can't try to slide these bay pen dogs in there.
That don't mean you can't start. Yeah, that don't mean you can't start practicing in a pen.
That's
Just
right.
don't go win nothing. Wait till February.
Yep, and that's another clarification there too, right? As long as they haven't won any money in the pen,
they can't have won any money whatsoever.
Yeah,
in a bay pen. I ain't talking about a pro pen. I'm talking about a bay pen.
Yeah, any bay pen. Yeah.
Yeah, like the dogs that placed in my woods class last time can't run.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, and that's to me that's fair as it can be, because it's everybody's on the same playing field. You're bringing fresh dog or green dogs in there to do it. And like Pat said, hey, run them in the pen. If you don't think that they'll do it in the pen, but just don't go compete and try to win money with it, because it'll knock yourself out of this one.
That's right.
Right.
So, but go ahead.
And I mean, if they don't do it, you know, I mean, don't get discouraged. You know, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of dogs here that's this their first time ever to town. You know.
Oh, with that.
Mine usually poop in the pen and try to climb out.
Yep. Same here. Same here. We were in Georgia this last weekend, and I helped a guy. He had a couple of pups, a couple of young dogs, and these are out of some of the best bay pen stock you can find. And one of them started pretty decent, and then the other one, she was just worried about getting petted. You know.
That's right.
And like I said, this guy's done it out for shit since I started going to bay pens. He just kind of laughed. He's like, hell, it is what it is. But people get discouraged because their dog doesn't just blow in there and just get to hammering right off the bat. They're not bay pen dogs. That's the whole point. They're not bay pen dogs.
Well, that's the point. Is we're giving somebody an opportunity at a fair playing field with dogs that's the same caliber.
Yep.
And look, hey, if they don't know how baying goes, they got Georgia and they got El Perro Loco. You got hogben.com. Go to these bands and watch these guys.
Yeah.
Don't just sit around and wait till February to go get your feet wet. No. Show up. Watch what they do.
Yeah, go ahead and just support it anyway.
Yeah, man, look, to get what they got, you got to do what they do. Exactly. I ain't saying run your dog, but just go up and learn the mechanics of it and how everything functions. And get ahead. You got to get ahead for the dog to get ahead.
That knowledge ain't free. You're going to have to pay for it, or most time just put in the time.
Mm-hmm. Sweat equity.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
To get her done. So I know I'm excited as hell about it. Can't wait to do that.
Oh, I am too. I can't wait to watch them 2 dogs run in the woods clay.
That's going to be fun. Yeah. I mean, the one dog was good last time we did just the one dog deal. And that's pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah.
I can only imagine what the 2 dogs going to be. And now you're doing a full thing, right? We're going to do the whole young and old puppy and everything?
Yeah, we're going to do the one dog, two dog on Saturday because I figured that's when everybody, that'd be the best. And then we're going to run the puppy and the old and young on Sunday. And the puppy class is going to be 12 months and under. And I'm going to go ahead and say, if you don't bring a baby puppy up here and get it wrecked. Because if you don't think a puppy can handle a rough hog, don't bring him.
Yeah, and he don't mean like a hog that's gonna come out there and push it around a little bit. Like,
No.
these hogs are wrecking.
We're not going to have a set of puppy hogs.
Yeah, these ain't for that.
There's not a set of puppy hogs here. This isn't like, I ain't going to say that other bands are softer, but they got puppy hogs. They got one dog hogs.
Yeah, they're baby
they got
pen
two
stock.
dog hogs.
Yep.
And it's understandable why they got it like that. But here, we got hogs. And that's it. They ain't puppy hogs. Some of them ain't even 5 dog hogs.
Yeah.
No, but that's the last thing I want to do is get a puppy wrecked or something.
Yeah. And now you can bring puppies to expose them to, to being around a crowd, being around other dogs and people and all that.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's always a good thing. I always try to haul a pup or a young dog, even that I'm not, I have no intentions of baying it, but just to get some exposure.
Yeah, as long as it's over about 4 months old.
Yeah, it needs to be at least that. Yeah, you're right about that.
Anything under that, you probably just asking for
a wreck.
Yeah.
Well, that and parasite troubles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
While I got both of y'all here,
anything under 4 months.
totally unrelated question. Just wanted to pick y'all's brains. What do y'all know about Cuban curs?
I know it. They mean as hell, and they fast, and they good looking, and I like them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do too.
What about you, Rusty?
That's about the same. I've never been around. I've seen a few, and they're about like what Pat's describing. They're a different kind of a different dog.
Mm-hmm.
They're more on the feral side from what I've heard and seen.
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
and
they're feral.
That's what I've been around a couple of them, and they hunted sure enough good. But they was more like kind of like the old school yellow dog from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't.
I never seen them bay a whole lot.
No, they're rough. They're rough. You could talk them to what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
But you didn't lay many hands on them.
We talked to a guy that is that's all he's ever run. He's still got a pile of them. He's from down around that area originally, and that's what he said. He said they're not curs. He said that's just what people call them. He said they're more like a village dog, like you said, feral. And he literally said, he said, these are feral. He had his main female out there in an off-the-ground kennel and called her name, and that son bitch started growling and ran almost through the back of the box. Yeah, and he said, that's my best dog. I was like, oh, shit. He said, so if you got one, now he has a male that he pets him, and the dog likes attention. And he said, this is very odd to have one like that.
Right.
And so... But I think we got lucky.
Yeah, I think it's
we wound up getting one.
She's just so young, and I think she had just had that imprint because I'm pretty sure she was in the house. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
But that's something that you can tell she's got something.
She's got a personality. The little dog's funny. She's 4 months old, and she's barked at a couple pigs.
She bayed a rat terrier for 14 hours.
Yeah, she bays.
I'm dead serious. I'm talking about bayed that son of a bitch for 14 hours.
She barked, and then she slept because that was the funny thing.
We'll put one of Pat's dogs over that son of a bitch and make something of her.
Yeah, some man eaters. Pat, I got
we're
some
gonna have
dogs
to have a
that
lot of weed eater strain.
I got some now. I need a damn lasso. One of you motherfuckers is gonna have to teach me how to throw it because we got 3 red bones and Catahoula crosses. Yeah. And the first one, there was 2 females, 1 male, and I got the first female out, and the second female tried to bite me. And so while I was getting her wrangled up in the crate, the male dog jumped out. And then the female that tried to bite me, she escaped. So now I have these 2 man-eaters on the loose in the yard. And as close as I've gotten is about 6 foot, but I ain't got a lasso. So I don't know how the hell I'm going to catch them and not get bit.
Yeah.
There were some people pulled up here this morning, and this little old boy got out. He's about 9 or 10, kind of hefty boy. Hey, look, I told him, I said, just kind of stay right there. I'll be out in just a minute. And I told him, don't mess with, don't do that. And about the time he stomped that foot at that dog, hey, look, what's a good thing? He could climb. He was on the hood, son, and they was trying to get to him. Damn. Hey, look, man, that's what I tell everybody. When you get a puppy from me, you better love on it a lot. Mm-hmm. And you better get it at 5 or 6 weeks. And once it gets over about 2, you can't put it in the pen with nothing else because it'll kill it and eat it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they do that. But
we started out with 3 of them, and we got 1 left. He's the toughest one, so he wins.
What's it come from me?
Well, them 3. Well, that's you got a sibling to him. That's the ones you went and picked the whole litter up.
Yeah, that's the yellow dogs I'm running on the yard for the yard. That's what you get hit on that truck.
The buttermilk bandits, what I'm calling him.
He killed the other 2 siblings.
Well,
I don't know.
2 of them killed one, and then the other one.
They never beat each other. That was the problem. They just kind of exhausted themselves to death.
Well, that's the one that's there. He would not fight. I mean, would not eat unless he would fight them first.
Yeah, because he'd go on a hunger strike every time. I put him in a kennel by himself, and he didn't eat for a week. No matter what I tried to give him, he was like, I can't fight that other dog for it. I'm not eating.
He'll stand over the food bowl by himself and tell him, come on. And they'd whoop the shit out of him, and then he would eat. He didn't win.
No, never.
He never won anything.
He ended up dying.
But by God, that was the toughest son of a bitch I ever seen in my life.
I went out there one day, and he was just dead. He didn't have any chew marks or nothing. I guess he just exhausted himself to death finally. Not sure. I hadn't seen that before.
But the one that's made it, he's a good one.
Old Mo. They named him the 3 Stooges, Curly, Larry, and Mo. And Mo's the only one that made it.
His chest is probably the size of a Great Dane as far as depth.
Yeah.
His back legs look like a greyhound.
He is odd.
He's probably 20. He's probably 25 pounds of get your ass out yonder and get it.
Well, can he fly?
Yeah, but he's crazy as hell, so that's even better.
I don't know. I've been crazy. I've been crazy 51 years, and y'all got me on the podcast.
Crazy, but not insane.
Yeah, crazy, not insane. I asked that dog the other day. Speaking of crazy as hell, I said, Mo, what are you doing? And that dog just looked at me like,
like and there's nothing behind his eyes.
He had a fucking brain spaz when I talked to him and just went to barking and jumped back like he was going to bite me. I was like, well, shit, buddy, I'll take you hunting this weekend, I promise.
Hey, old girl come up here last night, and I was talking to her with the door open or whatever, and I looked behind me, and there was 5 of them standing there just looking like little school kids.
Yeah.
I guess they thought we was finna go hunting or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
She said, what are they bonded to you? I said, won't you get out? What you need to do is just get out and try to grab me just a second. Yeah. And we'll see if they bonded or not.
Yeah,
she went to move. I said, no, ma'am, don't you get out of this store. It will stretch you out. I'm like,
yeah, but I'm kind of excited about this little Cuban cur dog, though, for real. I mean, you know how it is when you see a pup and you look, you know it's got it. It's one of those that just, now whether it holds true till it's 5 years old or whatever.
Survives.
Yeah, but that little son of a bitch has got a personality and has got a lot of want to already.
Because it always seems like the dog's like this, that, like you're like, man, I think this dog's got it. Most of those don't even die from a hunting related accident. It's like something just stupid. Insane or just stupid.
Yeah. With us it is anyway.
Well, anything that hunts good in the sugar cane or the corn, standing corn, it's a tough son of a bitch. Yeah. And Cuban curs is known for hunting in sugar cane.
I got you.
That cane's rough.
You bet. You damn near got to have chainmail on to keep it from cutting you to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I don't guess I've ever hunted any cane like that. I mean, we hunted a lot of corn.
It's about like corn, but personified. The stalks don't bend as good.
Yeah.
Have you ever been around any bamboo?
Oh God,
Yeah.
man, look.
It's bad. That's probably the closest thing to sugar cane that I know of.
If somebody invites you to hunt sugar cane, don't go.
Just
Don't
forget
go.
it.
Find
Tell
someone
them
else
you
to
can't
hunt.
have any kids or something.
Yo, just sit in the truck.
Just sit in the truck. I think that's what Rodney does. Rodney be like, I'm just gonna watch the truck so nobody steals shit. And I was like,
Yeah,
Rodney,
no,
ain't nobody here.
Rodney got it figured out.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he got it.
Laid up.
He's been doing pretty good though. Hell, he drove all the way home Sunday. But now he did sleep for 3 days straight. So I mean he was rested.
Hey, he was supposed to be on the podcast with us one night, and he went to snoring. We had to make him move because
Yeah,
we were laying down.
yeah, we was in Downsville. I was like, Rod, you got to move. He was like, what? I'm awake. I was like, no, you're not, buddy.
You napping.
Oh, well, y'all got anything else y'all want to throw on here?
Man, I don't know. I think we got a pretty good podcast, I guess.
How far are we, Nate? Close to
I
2?
think we had started at like 9 minutes, so it should
Yeah,
be
so
about an hour.
About an hour and 45, hour and 50 on it.
That's good to me.
I think it's pretty good. What about you, Mr. Rusty? You good with it?
Oh yeah, I think we're good. And like I said, I mean, anybody's got any questions or something on the bay, and just holler at me, and I'll do my best to kind of keep everybody filled in as good as I can until we get the rules and stuff out here in a month or so. And
What did bribes start at?
Yeah. What about the bribes? If you get mad, just call Pat.
Yeah.
All pissed off calls forwarded to Pat Louie.
Hey, look, and I'm
He's
going to
our
listen for
customer
about 3
service
minutes and act like I give a shit.
Yeah, he's good at that because, like, I've talked to him for fucking 2 hours, and he's like, he didn't even know I was talking to him. He was snoring. Oh, shit.
Hey, look, before we get over here,
Yeah,
man, our condolences out to Miss Gracie over in South Texas. Mr. Eddie passed away.
Yeah.
I can't say their last names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh, I called him home. We called each other home. First time I ever met him, I had a good little yellow bitch. Same cross as ones y'all got now, and General Lee's mama. He wanted to throw dice for her.
That's my kind of fella.
He had the dice ready. I mean, he had them in his pocket. He was ready. And me and him always throw dice, and a great chicken man, good guy. He would feed you, I promise you. If you was hungry, you didn't have to worry about nothing if he was around. And Mr. Eddie passed away yesterday.
Okay. Well, everybody try to remember them in your prayers and thoughts, and our condolences go out.
Yes, indeed.
you bet.
Yeah. All right. Well, fellas, that'll work. As always, we appreciate y'all being on here, giving us your time and effort. And
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
well, we're gonna do some. Like I said, the call in thing. The first couple, I think it went pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Like there was that first question, Rusty. You'll just have to listen back to the podcast, but you'll see it's kind of one of those. It was kind of tough to give a straight answer on.
Was it?
I think Pat got it figured out though. But it's one of those that's got a lot of variables to it. But there's some stuff in there. Like as soon as you listen to it, you'll be like, well, you could do this and help a lot. So, but
Right.
but like I said, hell, we appreciate y'all, and we're gonna close this baby out.
Well, I'm fixing to load these mutts.
Turn them loose, buddy.
Good
Turn
luck
them
to
loose.
Hey, you know Rusty's a good man, good hog hunter. He hunts yellow dogs like that.
Yeah.
It's so easy. He hunts a yellow dog.
It's so easy.
They try to start some camp on.
Hey, I will say though, there's more spotted dogs at my house right now than there ever has been in my life.
And there's one.
Yeah.
How many is it, Rusty?
There's two.
Oh,
Let me take that back. There's three.
damn! You going into business, son?
No.
Yeah, you got three.
No.
Yeah, you going
He
into
said
business.
no.
the yellow still outweighs it by a lot.
Yeah,
There is 3. I'm gonna have to get rid of one of them, so I just have 2.
that's right.
The
I can't have it.
yeah, the one he got from me is 3/4 yellow. It just came out spotted.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm.
there you go.
Hey, that pup's firing right there too, buddy. I promise you.
That's one you had with you when you had the GoPro malfunction, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't never gonna leave that GoPro footage down.
I was just asking.
No.
I was asking about the puppy. Shit,
Concerned
Rusty,
about
calm
you,
down.
concerned.
Just calm down.
I know. It's just
We believe you killed a hog.
It's
I do
bad.
believe that.
It's bad. It's bad. No, them puppies. That little Jip though she's really, and I've hunted her several times since then, and she just don't. I mean, she ain't doing nothing but getting better every time I turn her loose, and I really think by the end of summer, I'll put her on. Oh, when did I pick her up, Pat? 3 weeks ago?
It ain't been that long ago because 3 weeks ago or something.
I think it ain't been no more than can't be no more than a month.
You picked her up that night, and me and Remy killed the big hog the next morning. So
Well, that was the
Greenwood Rodeo.
the 17th.
Yeah.
That's when we started the Shankathon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nate,
Yeah.
it was
I think so.
first weekend.
I've had her on 13 or 14 head, I think.
Hell yeah.
You know, Ryan Rankin with Boars N Broads has got the belly mate to her, and she's yellow.
Mhm.
So it just needed to be spotted.
Hey Pat, you know that's who called earlier, didn't you? Or did you figure it out? Yeah. I said we're gonna say he's anonymous. That was Ryan who asked them 2 questions.
Oh, that's man. Well, hey, what can you do with somebody that looks like Uncle Rico off Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah. Hey, that's something gonna come out there the other day, boy. He come out there Sunday, and there was a couple of young guys hanging around talking. He looked at me, he said, God almighty, that's a big old dude. I said, yeah. I said, he's a nice guy though. He was like, he don't look like he looks like he could be unnice. I said, yeah, he probably could. I said, he's pretty stout. And then he looked, he said, well, he's got a nice mustache. I was like, damn, son, calm down.
Yeah.
You know, I was like,
Don't propose in front of everybody.
yeah. I was like, shit. So, but you can't get no better people than them, than Ryan Rankin.
No, Ryan. Ryan's good. And Carter, he's just a lot like his uncle.
Yeah, he's like Uncle
And
Pat.
that's all we can say about that right now.
That's it. Well,
He's just a lot like his uncle.
it's kind of like digging under the kennel, and it ain't your kennel. Yeah.
Carter and I had a talk, and I said, man, if you find this dog on the side of the road and you like, man, that dog looks good. Somebody's been taking care of it. And you go over there to pet it, and it loves on you, and that son of a bitch bites you. I said, why do you keep trying to pet it? He goes, I don't know, man. He's like, it's not my dog. I said, just leave it alone then.
You ain't got to take it home with you. But I just got to have another one.
Y'all don't judge us.
I
Y'all
know.
don't judge us.
You keep them 4-all hooks, and you might have to have a steel leader if you keep messing around, Pat.
You keep talking to your sister like you doing, and she's gonna 4-off your ass.
That man got the meat
She's gonna
dogs.
roll off that something. She's gonna roll off.
Yo. All right, fellas, y'all be good. Y'all go turn the dogs loose, Rusty. Catch us something. Send us some pictures.
I'll do it, buddy.
All right, Uncle Pat, we love you, buddy, and we'll see you on the next one.